Hey, Duane, you're the Suns beat writer. You know basketball as well as anybody in the country. You've been around the NBA, you talk to NBA guys, you talk to agents, you talk to everybody you can.
I don't know who he ain't talking about me, but go ahead.
All right. You show up at the games in a suit. And this is what I really want to know from you. Is there any possibility that the rumor that Deandre Ayton could be part of a package to trade for Anthony Davis to the Suns, could that happen?
I mean, anything's possible. I mean, like you say, you're looking at the whole situation. Monty Williams goes to Anthony Davis. Monty Williams is here. I'm sure he would like to continue that relationship or resume that relationship. Anthony Davis has grown as a player. That reunited and it feels so good, that might work. But boy, you talking about trading away your last year's top pick, who you were building the franchise supposedly around?
That's the thing we need to talk through, right? I know that there's a lot of conversation about Luka Doncic and Trae Young and is DeAndre any good? Stop. The kid averaged a double-double. He can play.
16 and 10.
And if you're going to do that and you've never played with your back to the basket before, and this is your first time being asked to do it, and that's your level of production, Deandre Ayton can play. So, but can you take me through the pros and cons of that trade? Like, you're a GM, would you do it and why? Like, why would you consider it?
Well, the pros are that now you can play an even more open game.
Yeah.
You don't have that post guy down there. You got Davis. He does so much. He can play on the perimeter. He shoots the three. He can handle the ball. So now you're playing a type of game. You put him and Devin Booker together.
Yeah.
You're talking about just getting whatever you want on the offensive end. But the con is, again, you've got this guy that could be a centerpiece inside for you, and he's just starting to develop.
Yeah.
So if you trade for Davis, you're now.
Yeah.
You're ready to win now. If you're keeping Ayton, then you better speed up the process of developing him so he can get to that level. So there's definitely pros and cons, but boy, Anthony Davis in Phoenix?
It'd be fun.
Wow.
So listen, let's just keep this conversation going a little bit. I know the clock's over, but let's keep the conversation going a little bit. It reminds me of the franchise that everybody rightfully loves to hate, the Los Angeles Lakers. No, really, I mean, nobody's a Lakers fan, right? Like, let's not even do
Nobody
this.
here is a Lakers fan.
No, there's no such thing as a Lakers fan. No self-respecting human would ever root for the Lakers, right?
Wow. There's a lot of Kobe jerseys I see on out there.
It reminds me of Kobe Bryant. Remember when Kobe was asked about whether the Lakers should trade Andrew Bynum to get Jason Kidd. And remember Kobe's famous quote, ship his ass out, right? You don't take potential and keep potential in favor of production. If you've got actual production, you make that swap. But then what's on the other side of that, right? Like, what's the con? Why wouldn't you do it?
Because Anthony Davis is injury prone.
Ah.
Okay, you're getting one of the top 10 players in the game.
Right.
But are you going to get him for a full season?
That's a great
And
question.
Phoenix needs him for a full season. They don't need 55 games of Anthony Davis.
Let me ask you this. Is he injury prone or is he just playing with a broken back from having to carry the team all by himself? And if you put him with a guy like Booker, does that alleviate the concern and maybe he's not as likely to get hurt?
What are you asking Anthony Davis to do is the bigger question.
Yeah.
Are you asking him to be a guy that dominates the game?
Yeah.
Or are you asking him to be a guy that complements Devin and back and forth, that complements each other? I'm sorry. People always say, well, I don't, Anthony, you bring in a big-time guy, I just want him to fit in.
Yeah.
But then when the big-time guy gets here, what do? You load him up. You load him up. You say, hey, I need 13, 14 boards. I need 4 blocks. I need 28 and whatever. AD can give you those numbers.
Right.
So you overload,
Right.
and then you look up and you see him in a suit on the bench because he's hurt.
So that's worth thinking about. Okay, let's talk about the draft just a little bit. You're getting ready to go up to the combine, right? So you're going to the combine. You don't expect Zion Williamson to participate in a whole lot of drills. What are you looking to see up there?
I would love for him to participate in everything. Be like a, you know how you get like a quarterback that shows up for the NFL draft, and he's going to be a high pick, but he comes out, I'm slinging it no matter what. I don't know how, people are going to judge it, but I'm going to do it anyway. I want to see Zion do a vertical. I want to see him do the bench. I want him to do all the agility drills. I want to see him in the pickup game and just see how the other guys react who's going to accept the challenge
Yeah.
of dealing with this guy, and who's going to be like, yeah, he is man among boys here.
See, now you're speaking my language, because I don't think that in sports the greatest indicator of success is anything other than mental makeup, right? At a certain point, everybody is so tall. At a certain point, everybody can jump so high. At a certain point, athleticism levels out, and it becomes about who wants it more, who's the biggest dog in the room, so to speak. And so, yeah, I would love to see a guy like Zion say, you're right, I don't have anything to gain, but how about I just put that much more distance between me and the rest of y'all?
Right. Let me go out here and just smash one on somebody so y'all could be like, wow, if I was even remotely thinking that he isn't worth this, I'm getting that out of my mind. And he might create such a hysteria because if he does any of these drills, it's going to be mass hysteria. And if he shows out to the point where you might have some team that's a playoff team right now saying, you know what, that's fringe playoff team, I'm willing to give up X, Y, and Z, whatever you want to get that top
pick. And I'll give you one more piece of it. Think about the way the other guys would react. If he does that to him, it's like, oh, yo, this is supposed to be an all-star collection, and he still did that. It creates a psychological advantage that'll carry over.
No
in
question,
NBA
no question. Those guys that are with him in that draft class are like, yo, he's clearly the best. And then the guys that are watching, the NBA guys, are like, dude, this dude just might be.
He might be the guy.
He might be that dude.
Greg Moore, Duane Rankin. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. He'll be going to the Combine. We'll be reading about it.
Shy and headed that way.